or pray. We say NPP for say Umberto communications director no swapa. Into say Sadia. Senka.
Oh, any youth no I thought you were going for the youth.
No, youth was in 2018.
2018 and Uncle youth and Alpha. But also done part of Western Community. Say appointed directors party and KBI from the no one himself or contest here. Now maybe see because party for him the oil. I mean quite fast to communicating. And he's the first person Mate say or in and I think say delegates will note that say the first person who say officially or in him say or book of pimping for I'm more actual party so more communication on but from lawyer near on so didn't keep her Anna maybe I go back Backman so a senior communicator our United Party UP plus and Uncle 40 I won't say in a plus near then UP plus HSA Obiat UP plus them tell you crying any Pro Max. Lawyer man or Kodum and so can Tobu constituency na or pre-sale no so beba parliamentary candidate at the National Democratic Congress. On some gas on train. What I say train. A few minutes of us could be there. Say 2028 minutes of us
Gloria,
he never became a candidate.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even be.
Oh, yes, or something.
I Ketu South.
Get down. Ujidi. Oh, but very happy. Opening. Yeah, now okay. Yeah, can be before and say, Madam Onyadi. She may be great in terms of her personal life, but political India.
Eli claim the constituency. Nothing. Ni famapun enna area mo.
Hey, sir.
I'm telling you.
Eli claim.
Wonderful work for you.
Oh, Apu Bobako. Bobako. Oh, they on live TV Bobako.
Why don't Kwabenya?
Don't Kwabenya.
Yeah, na okay.
Nothing. It's 9 months. 10 months.
Na pato 10 months. 10 months. Any 10 months year na nkofo you didn't go for now. But you see, the fact of the matter is, a party, a war power. What's here MP? A war government. Show be to say, Adjustable. At the time when the party war power, at the time when the party need power, crown or lobby, she roads network. Maybe what transition? One transition, what for DVL, a new DVL. Outside na go. And so particular we dia kotina some cases there was our area more. So they mention at the end of the day, utimu say ababa we it me here like in between like kwane ni na me omo okidi me omo friend but me nim say them friend I say
access routes
na why yen solidly won they mention if for nothing at all make me kai adjust for that very thing. So uba ye muchinchin yes
from Eliclim.
They may free Eliclim what they say.
Compare Adjustable to million bar.
May pay free Eliclim or 10 months. And the money more
person or specific.
Akano. Yes, Rano. The party were power. So on the mature one. Sure, my main cousin mucho. Yenya
the party were power.
The party were power to own lobby.
Na
Mauli Secondary School. One Minister of Roads and Highways. Omu di omu 75th way. And America say when say infantry bit ma woman. Omu ye we ko share roads man no etimi aye wo school one. Solid. And I don't begrudge
Minister
Minister for Roads and Highways.
Oh,
David T.
I mean, address for Asemon.
Address for a Minister of Roads. Address for the Minister of Roads.
Address
at the end of
what party? How many years now? Address
Ashanti region are saying that for 8 years, NPP didn't do anything in Ashanti region.
Gabi sure mono kase.
Sebi minim say on that day me person be use word but to be honest with you that's all MP sa mo Ashanti region 18 years sebi no me nipa bone for the entire make say even for you to even get a minister for roads, no free for Ashanti region. Chief of staff for free for Ashanti
minister for roads in Ashanti region or free Eastern region.
Now we
Amakwata.
Amakwata.
Asasebuachi.
What are we talking about?
Asasebuachi later became
whatever it was or it is.
How long? Less than a year.
It was more than a year.
I think it was about 2 years.
2 years.
What are we talking about? That I think it was 2 years because we were born.
Works and housing.
6.
Amakwata free whole time.
Amakwata free whole. I think second term now. President by now. I think the first year.
Second year. 1 year, 2 years now.
So they make
sure. So how on the catcher Gabi say almost on pen.
Omo kasa. Dia omo sebi. No money NPP ndi ni.
That be no money na ndi ni yo. Nipa me pese.
No
political party. Now me person me winning elections. Now me want conform more representing me in constituencies. No more ba number catch me say. This is what is going to do the trick for us. I don't know me.
Gabi, me see Gabi.
Why am Gabi Yanka call cash?
Gabi Pato. And the fact of the matter is, me gidi so we Ashanti.
Me abununi.
We abununi. Na so ufa Ashanti.
Oh yes, me o Ashanti ties.
Are we not say ufa wa? Into oma ye roots. Ufa umu so my roots. Now roots here Ashanti region credit where one cry kromo and kayempe. What are they talking about? Now what chief of staff and then na say Asami Jemfia Semi baye. When opening German it was the chief of staff. That issue with Agrada at that instance, when a friend who was the chief of staff.
Yes.
Sir, chief of staff, no, is the one of the most powerful persons. Now you want for 80 years. You had chief of staff. You can't even. What are we talking about?
But you didn't do much.
But to comparison,
you didn't do much in
Ashanti. I just suffered over 3 times. Not over the Mukabenya.
You didn't do anything.
They are saying it.
Pato, that when our free NPP who join your friend say, movement for change. Oh, Kase, we didn't do anything. You were part of the government.
You see, Pato. Only once Obi your friend Akwabi. Me jai NPP 2010.
Wow.
Uja NPP
2010. For 10 years I was not doing politics.
Oh, okay. Then
so I only came back in 2020 to support Alan Chaman.
Okay,
so for me, when I say NPP didn't do well, it is not. I say it's entrepreneur work there. I shall about Toma NPP. In you know who developed was you call. I will car obedience to Accra.
We, the lawyers, will wait for you to commit yourself and hit you with it.
There's no commitment.
2010, Jai politics. 2020, and Oba Yebe supporting one. Alan Chamanti. So Alan Chamanti Bekacho, I was part of the key people. Konako Busa, your friend is saying, we're about 10. Even the national chairman, Cranny Way. 2020. Alan, which party was Alan? Was it not in the
So I don't understand what the point.
Yes, because we chose 2020 now we're supporting Alan. Now Alan political party be no. Nanya NPP.
Why we support Alan as NPP?
So what are you talking about?
Okay. So
you said almost 2020 is different from 2024. What are we talking about?
I got the drift now. Because 2020, Alan Chamanti was part of the NPP.
Was he not even a minister?
So if you came to support
was he not even a minister?
You rejoined the NPP.
I didn't rejoin the
So you how could you work?
I've never been.
How could you work for someone?
What are you talking about? I came to support Alan. I didn't come to support NPP.
Okay, Mami Cho.
In
actual fact,
okay, let me
I never saw you in our meeting.
No.
Because you made an issue. Yes, here was Alan office.
And got NPP card back.
DSTV. And all the media. I never saw you there.
Alan na mum person be kan OSP assembly bi no.
And it was an unfair comparison because who can be audit 12 years? Parliament. And who can be our 10 months? How do you compare the two?
Me surprise. Say on say be amoteno. Say 2 against 1.
Oh,
please stop that.
What head of communication? On community trying to catch him. Solo, yeah, crying friend Rocky. On Contenta TV3, no, Kegum NPP. Hey, it's not sending text message on the appear. This appear, wouldn't solo, they know the same way.
Say, those two gentlemen, who learned colleague appeared solo. Even when they were NPP communicators.
No. They say it.
I was part of it.
Honestly,
yes, I remember.
It's true.
It's
true. I've met with you a few times.
Solo,
I'm telling you, Solo and Apia Danko.
Yeah.
Obia Onimo Mubiano cannot say Neno Moses. Even as members of NPP.
Yeah.
Time Piano disagree with Aban fancy that. Because you know man and anyway,
and so I've been around.
Yes,
let me tell you, 2004, I contested Christine Checha for primary now by talk of the town. Now 2008, I'm in a what is qualified for Cape Coast when people lose the seating. So 2010, I left politics.
But on come up or do you only there about 2020? NPP card
another mischievous. You all listen to him.
Yeah.
In fact, 18, but the two of you, as soon as the teen, no, I bet me I different from said you listen to him. Did Mami feel like say hope we were hard. Did it look like assembly and who here in safe hands and did you see anything?
Say Keroferata case was
and all the things he said,
and others hope say
SML will do this, that. Does he come across as anybody who can do the trick? I mean, you can tell it better.
Obenisha, Lucrasim, Mamichia, Yashua clearly, Omunio, Naminchia, or production team. So, Lucrasim, OSP, for a while, say we receive sometimes unfair bashing because position one, a positioner. In the sense, first of all, that role there is this challenge, say, because he came from a certain background, and I say he came from a certain appointment route. Idea, first of all, it was going to be biased towards the opposition. In this case, at that time, NDC. But it turned out, say, he was very forthright. He was very fair in some of his assessments, and then unfortunately the tables turned. NDC bar power, and then he started pursuing other members of the NPP, and in this case, Utumu say even though they somehow appointed him, they bashed him left, right, and center. Personally, I feel say some of the criticism no unfair because legal issues. When you are dealing with it and you don't deal with it thoroughly, you don't make sure say ube cross all the I's and dot the T's. Sometimes the ordinary eye from Abontino, but say you are not really working or you are not really doing the case well. But meko hiti a major hurdle. Case na no. I would rather take my time and do it well. Me, I'm of the school of thought, say, OSP, to be honest with you, or in the sense that a thorough job. Personally, can operate matter adani a major issue. I want to say I this bonus soprano. I think say somehow, some way we have skewed where the focus should be. Identity, it should be the OSP. rather and all the pressure no to no so building a docket, building a way no a day's job. But the question we should be asking is, identity and a member of a government, Patu, that member of government, or hold the public office. Sebi, me phone in an omuti kromha, omu omu abano, omuti kromha, and yet Kenoforata has left. And instead of the focus going on Kenoforata and why he had actually abandoned the Kromo war, no answer to questions. Now, you say, allegations na is it true or not? Why is it that he's hiding? Na yetumenya yem for Ghana 4 citizens. Some here patriotic. They rather defending Kenoforata against somebody or hear everything to try and bring the gentleman down. I mean, to be honest with you,
I was trying to pretend some to the Okanas, but me pretend you. I didn't save you. Because in him say, Omono betimi ayen krata sema on betimi dinaba. Ye be freken Kenoforata be a do patriotic for ye NPP for ye him for ye be friend so ombra na ana bia ye ebusuafo be friend so ombra ne de kaka ka ho opa o ma age say ye
Emra na for so no
ntino de emra no won nsam o for hwe ye ho adwuma ono ne yesu kire na eni so beba ntina ye yesu kire OSP
nti umpacho. Let's look at the facts. The OSP certainly ono initially because of seeking assistance from the government, you know, or chiro koma aban. Thank God Abano did not waste any time and then immediately referred it to the Attorney General and said, me collaborate with the OSP na munye say jumano. Who should process now?
The question I say. Yes, say Attorney General. As you hear docket. Or say just then or say beside the point. He didn't answer that question. You could have told us yes, it is beside the point, you know. Does it mean say no kromu bisa me na manfa na I have he in me. He doesn't have he in me. No, everyone say a
personally I have my issues with the OSP, but we issue statement that I can say when that request came, you know, on my Attorney General office who said he had gone to do a secondary sort of search and new evidence AP, and as evidence AP, they had to do some additional work into OSP, my member kakra. But subsequently, no, and Attorney General no, actually wrote to him, say, would the Niawo Biano, February, and he promised to actually deliver it in the week. Sa request came, no. So in this instance, what I'm saying is, you see, detractors, any no more propaganda would want to keep the focus on the OSP. Next is the real culprit. Then they are going to take that pressure from him. Because we're up per se, you rush this your friend's investigation.
That is why my difficulty is so. My difficulty is
I really don't get it.
That is why it is so. I say
maybe one person
no, I want to understand because that's why I'm excited. I'm happy. What I'm saying is what say any pressure no free OSP so near fan come
no. I'm saying say almost per se. In fact, the main reason why we are going through this process, no, almost per se attention if you also. That is what detractors will do. Because bottom line is that when the second request came from Attorney General, OSP, one opportunity, and at the Attorney General's briefing, he never said the man wasn't cooperating as it was out there. He said, they would have liked it to have been a bit more hurried. What was the same Attorney General? So if the person that is requesting the information is saying this, we NPP he's been cited in these major issues and scandals. Now, as I say, in Kaubuano no bano.
NPP for
how many minutes?
All right, so Abusia 4, that is it. Mami mo bibia akwaba. And some no agency OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor. The tactics are all play about charges are or the about NPP for former officials. Be what you say. NPP for officials be no more benu or bon corruption. What you say? This is you can't say so we are corrupt until proven what guilty. That is the law of Ghana. Untimi enye den kasa oyewe ubetimi akasa a suspected criminal, but you can't say or a criminal. nti abusua saa nkɔmmɔ no so ɛwɔ hɔ nom mempɛ sɛ mekasa bebree bɛkɔ yɛkɔ akutie saa nkɔmmɔ no ɛso a yɛpatoo ɛne nabadwafoɔ ɛde too edwa madi kan aka NPP foɔ wei nom deɛ yɛdi ɔmo akyi a sɛbi Ghana bɛbɔ nti woyɛ obi na wohwɛ me a woyɛ Ghana ni na wohwɛ me a you have to be very careful on how you select a leader. NPP for they always want it so cool. Na mo pa ne sa abin wa ha. Said the Yura John Mahama, the near Biria or Shisha Niman. Ube say Ghana for your pair one seven koto abamo in 2028 and 2032. Abusia, ye be new year, Ombesnia Babe 15 year, said your muyeno. In 2016, Yura John Mahama an NDC ɛhyehyɛ Ghana kama ɛyɛ biribiara de biribi agugu akwan mu ɛyɛ akyire a yɛkɔto abɔmu Akufo-Addo a yɛhu kotokwa mfa kɔdaa nhyɛm a ɛnɛ nneɛma ayɛ basaa yi abusuafoɔ nsɛm no deɛ ano ɔhye mɛsrɛw sɛ wode document bɛtom bra conversation ne kɔ so mɛsrɛw sɛ bɛkɔ ne yɛkɔ akɔtie ɛyɛ nkɔmmɔ no na ɛtoa so ne yɛkɔba a yɛde naka nyinaa ɛbɛtoa so ɛwɔ yɛn platform ɛsu Nyankopɔn ɛnkɔ biribiara ho na ɔnhyira yɛntie nkɔmmɔ no na ɛtoa hɔ
by say was say ohu Kristo Bible say abra okọ ni nkotodie nim eye ni normal ritual abon paye no the angel of the Lord da ne hu adi e de kire Cornelius say suma mayenko Peter na oka Yesu disciples no ho no esuafo no ho no owo ase anase o ha se anase o wa ha na se okọ a ka kire se me na maye den masuma sa brena soso no na Nyankopɔn soso eyi nkire e de akire Peter say osuma obi manai den na ba o de fa bibi so akire ne say do not criticize and I say eyi wen mu enye den enma and I say based on eyi kire o de kire no na Cornelius esuma ye e ma ye kofa Peter den e ba fi ho no won so oba ho no omuni na receive Peter message a Nyankopon de man no na omuni na anya salvation. It is two way. Probably before ukra obekọ no there would be some connection and I say bibia and that is how prophetic works.
Until you feel say was so okoko.
Na make no.
Right. But have you also forgotten? We are not going to do a biblical debate here. But have you also forgotten that?
Anyway, for your information, I'm also a theologian.
John the Baptist also made prophecies concerning Herod and he did not specifically have to go to see Herod.
Until who they are no unko. Is that what you are saying?
If you
read the book of Daniel chapter 6,
so that will go on the matter.
There is a God in heaven. That revealed you see,
you are government communicator, you're a party communicator.
See, I am not saying
if anything, I have given
no,
out
a
word.
Even if you have given a word, if there is something to do, you are the bearer of the revelation. You still have to be present.
All right.
So go and work on it.
We have a department at the presidency. Please try your best to reach out to them. Na yanhwe the bit me free mu at the aba. Mema era awingo bit. Then 10 minutes on the office of the special prosecutor. They see another and matters arising.
Well,
Chairman,
I want to say a very good afternoon to my brothers here. So far as I sit here as a national chairman, me say in our political parties, no, many paying ewa.
Yes, one eye chairman.
And so that's why I'm here debate na me here come meet you no. The attendant say yenya afanto now UP. Yeah. Party Greater Accra operations or deputy operations officer no. As I'm now can I won't say oka. Our fidia yakase, but me pese on tutu nano na nemo no onko presidency onko hu yenua Elvis free Ankara no na yenipa o mampenye pano say we odifo ana even a subsidy na wohu bibi papa ana de be ye bon krampo a be office we be catch na ebedu the government level. So me say as a political party like UP there, UP plus there, even if he doesn't have contact number to Elvis, communicator or how free a banner, you should be able to relay the information to Elvis and share his number with Elvis. And now you should be able to share Elvis' number with him. So that from here, no, Obatima, I reach out so that it is for good to all of us.
Yes.
And so I think that should be the way to go. On that score, no, I mean to find call OSP office.
Yeah.
OSP first, yeah, established na your family me be my paying pa betman from your papa. Martin Hamidu Baye. Martin Hamidu Baye no at the time or exit no a letter and a report. And I can say he has challenges in investigating or getting informations from government appointees.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, or can I say the serpent of corruption, that Jubilee House.
Yeah.
It became so much debate in this country. It was there that they brought in this criminology lawyer. You know, like Kisi Ejaben is a criminologist. Am I right? Because I was told that he's good in that area.
Okay.
So when they say criminologist, or Obia or Shamira in that area, the criminal issues on his authority in it. And so when he was brought in, fast forward, I'm sure he has chalked over 3 years now and still counting. If you go and look at the budget that goes into this OSU's office, you want to weigh the amount of money that they've spent and the results that we are getting as a country, no? But Kacho say it's a complete waste of our time. Complete waste of our time. Because yes, our act say every quarterly and a half year and then brief the country on issues that he have done. Yeah. The state of their work. But every day he are giving us it's the pipeline. It's like he's not becoming like a politician. It's in the pipeline. Because Bibiano Kanina is in the pipeline. We have not, I don't think if you want to compare with the revenue that or resources that allocated to that office and the result that the country is benefited, I would tell the country has not benefited anything. In fact, in giving all his reports, yearly or quarterly report that office has been given, anywhere that they've stated that we'll be able to recover from this period to this period, we'll be able to recover this as part of our asset recovery. No? This amount of money. And have you heard anything like that? In all his engagement, it's just about fumbling around, bantering around, and not giving any concrete hope. I have no hope in whatever report that he's given. Because I actually wanted to see him prosecuting people. I actually want to see that since the establishment, so we can say that OSP office is about 7 years now, or 6 years now. Am I right? Because 2018, and 2017, maybe. Till that, even one common fly is
our hopes were very high.
Just like when John
Special
Mama promised
Office of the Special Prosecutor Yazo
Oral. Just like the way Oral was promised, and we voted out to support Oral. What do you say? So I can tell you. So since the establishment, tell me what if you have since the establishment of OSP from Matamiru to this man, have they been able to catch one flight into any prison in this country? I have not seen. OSP Mayeti, as I say, Omuko Sicilia Dapafie, they've spent hours in counting money. Sikano, either it's with Sicilia Dapa, and our OSP asset recovery account. You don't even know how much is in that account. Ghanaians should be asking since, because as part of their work, is to also recover, and they have an act or a section within the OSP to say they should recover assets. So if they recover whether in kind or in cash, we need to know that after pursuing Mr. Asake, we'll be able to retrieve this back to the state. We haven't seen it. But if you go and see the quantum of resource that is being allocated to this office, they will tell you it's a waste of taxpayers' money. And we are 2 hours and now almost 2 hours now. Original na kasa ni nano aya kasa kwa. Yesika ne seye. Yesika. Yeni abriyo. Ghanaians yeni abri pop. Yeah. And when you play
OSP statement and as
we almost on more appointing in 2021.
Press conference now. More than 3 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we have OSP presentation now here on SML no? What do say GRS? Omo issue report on the 14th of October. Mami can at 40. OSP catch say the external verifications. Anyone what that they do, they said they were doing for government of Ghana, no. Amo yehi, yes or no kind. But GRA actual letter statement say GRA confirmed SML Ghana delivered on contractual obligations. Now statement now issue was on the 14th of October. I know it was 30th, right?
30th.
14th to 30th, it's about 20 something days difference. I remember.
16
days difference. Now OSP is telling us, so who do we now go? Now remember that OSP Oka and Reno, he made reference. I don't know if there's no internet here. He made references to your friend saying, the KPMG audit. Now, no, say they completely disagree with KPMG audit. Remember, President Mama Bano appointed Commissioner General, who was a senior partner at KPMG, Dr. Anthony. He is now the current Commissioner General. Ntibu statement now say GRA issued on the 14th no to confirm that I was trying to open this thing to confirm that SML have delivered on their contractual obligation. No. Now let me hear him say such a serious statement that Commissioner General will pen down his signature. You hear now Omukofa say Omo legal officer will be no sign inside no. And be say who say lawyer no any OSP why they cannot correct? Is it because Anthony now at Commissioner General at the GRA the helms of affairs no because he was a partner at the time a binder and a Jumana Mamo say Omukoye auditing no that they confirm and satisfy no that's why he doesn't want to say he cannot eat the cake and have it. So for that matter they were satisfied and now I'm here. So guess issued such a statement. So is he telling us that now the special prosecutor saying that what your KPMG did at the time, no, he disagree with you. And completely so. Where I sit as Jeremy Payne, there was no anywhere that SML or importer be Ebaba Kachreme Asake say SML for Baba but pull on the BOEs and they have invited him and they have shown him evidence of discrepancies. So for that matter, go and pay 1 million Ghana cedis, 2 million Ghana to GRA. You don't just give them money. It was a job created for the boys. And it was a very clear, you can see a glaring conflict of interest. It was Ken Ofurata who brought them. That's the fact of the matter. That is the fact of the matter. So I was thinking that Commissioner General now coming on should have known you are no more at KPMG. So if the KPMG has given a report, and I'm sure maybe that time, let's look for a report. Who signed it off? Because if auditors do auditing finisher, they would sign and stamp. Who was the person? Is he the one? If he's the one, then I think that he should leave his office. He should honorably resign because the job that KPMG did with him now on the seat as a Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, asking his legal officer to sign such a letter on the 14th of October, 2025, then by 30th of October, December 2025, 16-day difference, the investigating authority has come out to say, we disagree with KPMG. So what authentic evidence is GRA giving? What authentic evidence? Is it just to make KPMG look like they have done a good job? The special prosecutor say, no, you haven't done a good job. He said, no, I've disagreed with your report. He said, no, they don't do any job. And I'm telling you, as important as far as association boss, I'm telling you that there was no any, because there should have been evidence. They should have, okay, external verification. What source were they using to verify external? So if an importer bring his tax bill, his receipt of payment, his bank SWIFT that he has transferred money, have they ever called to ask any importer, BDC, maybe someone who's bringing finished product oil, crude oil or whatever, or someone who brought in cement clinker or whatever, or someone who brought in ions, someone who brought in rice or sugar, then you think that the person, the invoice that the person delivered is under-delivered. So the person has done undercutting. What system were they using to verify the external? Where did SML have agencies all over the country that we are doing business? We go there to buy goods and come to Ghana. Where they have agencies? Because if you go to institutions like S something, they are in the ports. They are inspection companies or BVAC and others. They have their agencies. They have their agencies all over the world. So if you contracted them, they have their rep there, will go and inspect. So what are the tools that SML were using? Were they used to rely on ICOMs? And if it's ICOM, it's the what garbage in, garbage out. What the agent feed, they just go and pull that one. So they were not doing any job, anything different. I'm telling you, you cannot convince me, Asake, to sit here and that SML had done. And that was the reason why I issued a statement and I did a press conference that they should cancel that contract. And 2-3 days later, the OSP zoomed in to arrest OSU office of SML, pick the systems, went to Tema, pick out the system, arrest their officers, and written to me. And I went to them, OSP. All the investigations were like more than 8. They spoke to me. Everybody took their report. They engaged me orally, and they wrote their reports. And I left. I was so disappointed yesterday. The OSP was thanking Manasseh Azuri and some people. They forgot that they've invited me because they wrote to me that I was an interest partner because I did a press conference to tell them, look, the job that they said they are doing for revenue on the downstream side is wrong because if you go to MPA, and the MPA had gotten a contract, a company called Rock City, and they are doing the same information. I'm trying to open the letter for you so I'll read the terms. What they said they were doing for revenue, increasing revenue, collection of revenue assurance, and whatever that they were collecting for making sure that they get the actual liters that is spent, we dispense, and then they compute and collect revenue, and revenue had increased. The same thing. MPA has their own system that was doing the same exactly thing. So there were duplications of functions, and as I speak, that contract is still going on at MPA. So they were not doing any job. What job were they doing? Were they pulling that data, analyzing that data, and collecting the money when there was a system, and that system is still in force? I was so sad in that letter that was written by GRA on the 14th to confirm that SML has actually done their obligation. They are stating to say that downstream job is still in force. That contract, I thought that contract has been abrogated. I never. They are saying that it's still in force. And it's supposed to end, they said July 2025, thereabout or so. And I said, really? Really? No, did it say July 2025?
So you think in all these things, you think in all these conversations.
Just look for the letter, you will see the letter. What they've written, GRA wrote. They are telling the downstream contract is still running. But remember,
you don't believe the OSP and any other they are just
who's when the kind of because OSP is fighting for the state. The GRA people should be interested for the state. Now, the GRA people came out to issue a statement and said, look, Massa, to us they almost satisfying until your chair because of they've satisfied the contract. So do you think if OSP proceed to court, you win?
Obenya evidence to back
no, will you win? Because one, and you will OSP the mama contract. Nipa na mama contract no.
Or say why you?
On mame A B C D. So if you are doing checklist, you checklist on what has it done A B C D before I pay. Their letter, GR letter on the 14th of October, 2025. State that verification they have done evidence, and they have done what you call it checks, and they pay according to international monetary practice. That's what they stated. They said they have vetted it before they pay. So to them they've delivered. To me, OSP is fighting a loose fight. Because if you go to court today, OSP will go and pull out what evidence that he has. The person, good lawyer, he will not even talk. He will just pull that current letter from GRA and say, my lord,
this is what GRA is saying.
Contract was given to me by this authority. The authority have done their own work. The authority has given me that to say they've satisfied my job. So he bringing me here, I don't know what is my crime. Who is the complainer now? Can you imagine? Who is the complainer now?
All right. Let me listen to my brother.
We have a long way to go. So I'm telling President Mahama that I think to investigate to get the proper decision, maybe Anthony has to step down from his seat as Commissioner General.
All right. Let me listen to my brother.
Yeah. That's it. Now, issue of OSP, no, and then the establishment of the office, no. I think say OSP the OSP nankasa air deceptive tactics. NPP abino at the buy because so share the way are now Ketasiseni Proye Adokru NPP. Now we are intelligent and clever thieves. That is how I would describe them. Now, Oshe say Obi very intelligent and all clever. No, before I wouldn't be beshen in Sacrano, or be planning, or be an executional plan, and I say strategy. Only way I share and rough movie, Obi to me every 20 years, to me planning way on be Robbie, and I saw our roadmap in duping of defrauding a bank. No. Sana NPP abino edia into no OSP new office no me who say a smoke screen because NPP for no money ma di pa omo ba be ya intina omo FIT say omo the sa office na be den e di beba no omo dey court public sympathy e wo Ghana ase e ma Ghana for e di to me e share omo nsa e ma 2017 omo we di adeso ye wo ha e na Martin Amiru e kan say Akufo-Addo restricted investigations into corruption cases. And also ultimately to us.
But I said the okay, you now heard the mandates and the functions of the OSP.
Yeah.
Almost stating it clear, am I the mandate me function.
Yeah. When state will mandate, when state will function, are you doing it? What are you supposed to do as an OSP? Are you executing? No. And your political gimmicks. For me, I see that office as a political office. Because he is in bed with the NPP, especially Keno Furiata. Because the oil need na HSA, only or the adwin e diagro. O de starting side ya na make say, oh no, obe whitewash Keno Furiata. Because it so clear. Now, contractor we issued Edima SMLE. The same mandate GRA, our system operating. And no Mr. Zakia Kano, NPA, our system amudi operated by Rock Africa. And the same we are your MP and your MPA. Almost the same system. Now, constitution, you know, they are 200 say the revenue collection body on HGRA. You cannot put a third face in your revenue collection. What to me? Are you telling us GRA ain't capable of collecting state revenue? If that be the case, let's dissolve GRA. Said sana case na yen dissolve GRA. Now aside that Osha processor omofa so ansa na SML ne bae. Now who say and na make a chill no ma hye dwuma no ayen ato. Hwe conform we involved. Hwe SML leadership sisi a omuni na when MPP was in government. And yomu na omo SPA head transaction activities government space no. It's a protecting. Now office of the special prosecutor. O de hwe asemi e bae tisi ada pa asemi e bae. Almost spending Ghanaian time. E de kokai ska omuwe no me press briefing. Omu hwe ya toys. And I see ano ye cartoon.
That's why omu update yen.
It's not about the update. After the update, what necessary steps do you take? What's it? Sir, Sikapudoi, Obiewu, and all this Sikapudoi. Are we telling how was the money transferred into the country? How was that an amount of money transferred? Who paid that money? Which account did the person withdraw? If the person paid cash, this yenye dumb people in this country. They are taking us for granted. It's the OSP no, oba no ya na Akufo-Addo friend no. The chief corrupt serpent, the friend no say, oh, release no clear no pa na ko. But we have to say Ghana mbra kra no untumi keep an amount of money. E wo udem that alone cry a criminal offense.
Exactly.
Na ka also money ni e fam bra kwan so but and there ye table issue ye kase Cecilia Dapa na more vindicated like free. How? Are we serious as a people? It no say OSP e be gina na okasa me who say or a political person. We like omo that guy fragadam adie it is a press conference obey o sa issues we no otwan Ghana for let's say omo kasa because na say na Ghana for say I didn't na for Keno for yan time by once ayi ni e briefing no o ka say OSP e release the docket no are you getting it o release e file no yes sir na ebimu e perceive say your friend say attorney general enye hwemba ho and I say, I said no still it's with OSP. And what I didn't know about cartoons, tactics, behavior where they are trained. No be kasa, na ken so suna mabrochi, no chile ni Ghana ska. Na SML so as at now SML still omo operate o Ghana ha. Omo operate taxpayers money e go omo wotom. Oh, MP before opposition, omo say yeah omo opposition but omo no be running government. Yes, that's what they are doing. They see kasem no, omo no control. Na say OSP no ye betwen e ma na bia oba bet na say no we be ready we am because contract no ability a lot of provisions. Constitution no establish GRA. Aside that and go through the normal procurement procedures. OSP nanga saba abeka kire say sir conditions when now were not met. Aside that no contract is for cronies. Now Ghana mbremu kwampo no Tama SML ni war deals no contract no na sa impedifo ya bobo omani omo management ya bobo omudi ni na omo abemu idisi anu de na mka kire just Ghana for no ma fa ye talk e na o ma ye adanko dadadwe e na ye ti o man we mu e na nkofo etitimi yensa e de ase eti e na ya hwehan e na ye rehwe omo see OSP office no e ka me nko anka ye nguno a waste of resource. A waste from 2017 up to there. Tell me which case have they prosecuted? Tell me. Nipa bay no matching at two. And you have vindication go on. Say medication then they stop it. Then try on more or would you no more? Because so by now or the red alert about 2 ways so hey now what a decline wanted. Nah anyway your friend is saying settings. I say it to him. I put it to him. I say it to him. I put it to him. Say he is aware. Say settings.
I said wait. Now you are being because we need evidence.
Oh, me need evidence. Me say settings. And yes settings are. Now are you telling me say? Are you telling me say? Are you telling me say OSP?
Now say I'm
Keneba.
Ya na yaka say emra modwuma no ekonya enye sa na ye ka no kro
o dia fum na hwe say ebefa wa ebeko ni nya
the wheels of justice grind slow nya mo na mo kasa
me say omuka na me say fum na hwe say wheels of justice no ebe grind slowly a what you say anytime me ka cho say we no omo ye like omo ye obi a ye from say omo ye ken or a mafia onim system no now OSP some so a criminal lawyer now criminal lawyer ono nim loophole bia e wo criminality mu nti o matena ho no ma hyehyɛ adwuma no o say oh ye press conference na say we dey here to me so e be say e betwe me so me lawyers be ya na wa enemu na wa be ba ko atwem na wa no o ma ka say oh assembly kra we ni ho so enya sa na mo ye decision da case no enya odia when it's not far-fetched case our handle bako and then da case or handle ye ko see say what is the outcome and America say da pass can cry da pa dia millions of dollars foreign currency can cry da pa dia international laws concerning money laundering was satisfy all the conditions around it now nimba kono this as can tax o tua o ho aside that Ghana yanga sayembra mu no where what provision gives her that permission to carry and keep such an amount of money e woni dem it way say nye enya smoke screener eden omo hu sie bi agu eni so e na omo de yi na sa mo sorry na maka kire say GRA for sorry am say irregularities in tax collection ni eyi nti mo afa so akọ issue contract here can you for that no there or the glass aye diamond no or the glass aye diamond baby o se bia no they should just bring him he should come and stand before the court no mundi na sem na Ghana for yakuma to eyi because Ghana we are not relaxed yebo ntoyeyem kra yebo entoyeyem kra some office yebe gu na yengunu because I think it is irrelevant and not useful to us as a state.
It's a waste
All
of
right,
time.
Roger T.D. Wells, CP, a member of the communication team for the NDC. So for my meeting,
Medasi Govi Mitia, you're Alan John Kojo Chairman, and a Nini Penny Nase Chairman, upon Yami, a Shramo. Govi, you see a Dijawane, the idea. They are swell. Say the journey they are swell dear. And a self fata say, ye they are swell, no best one was one ye. Ye, your cuscu ne can't send be say. I beg my yete. So I beg my dear. And fancy a tree so. It is here call home to so Brennan and I know where Jim want to form.
If to born in on the two,
me can't be see as I'm so. Me can't be see as I'm
so.
And in the science.
Okay, thank you very much. I've just seen something on City 97.3 platform. President John Dramani Mahama has directed the immediate termination of all contracts between the government of Ghana and Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited (SML) following the conclusion of the investigation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So, GRA, for you to come and issue such a thing, the Commissioner General must go. He must go. Even the president have seen wisdom with what the OSP is saying, and then you allow your office to issue such a letter.
For me, something must happen.
So if the special prosecutor go to court today, the person will bring down your letter, will pull out your letter to say, this is my evidence. You didn't give me a contract. So who swears against who? And indeed, if special prosecutor go to court today, GRA will be in the witness box to be cross-examined. That did they do the work? So can they run away from that 10th, 14th letter that on the 14th of October, the letter that they issue? Yeah. Will they run away from their own letter? Let's ask ourselves.
So means the things are not clear for the ordinary Ghanaian to understand.
Did they even consult the board? This letter that they issued, did they consult the board of GRA before they issued the letter? Who gave him the authority to issue the letter? That lawyer who issued the letter, who gave him the authority? Did they have clearance from the board?
Can say as for bringing out what the president has issued, but he says it is a wrong thing to do because any call a bedroom. Yes, a bedroom. He said a corrupting and ya junior to the extent that call your bedroom. Also, I may quite nyame home. So all on the input to or the input, but he or she is always thinking about the output of Benya Efrimu. And that is what has brought us this far. Say, kwaye more appointment. And this one goes to all either political appointees or whoever you find yourself in any position of leadership. Say, you give an account. So, and even your choice of words, you give an account to it. What transpired? The reason why Babedua is because the Office of the Special Prosecutor SML deal na a course amount to a certain level of corruption. Katasi Shebi Ekoso. Who were the people involved in that act of corruption? What may I say? Now, what he's trying to say is that awarding of the SML a contract without a genuine need for their services, leading to unjust enrichment. That's what
is happening. Unjust enrichment.
Special prosecutor can't say the services were not even needed. Yeah, here and who here say, yeah, be quack na mini and I can't want some.
Intina Obi baby say, if the services were not needed, but they say na ba. Na nipa say be o ma dwene mu bo be any one now. Among for raising concerns at the end saying people raise concern including Asaki. What happened to those
What it means is that the GRA might probably have been sleeping on their job.
Here's my rule.
Planting.
Yeah, it's a syndicate.
Yes, it's a planting.
What it means is that it means is that if my services is not needed, by any company, and the same company gives me an appointment, then it means that the mother company was not doing this work. Because I don't know if American what you say. Young for original TV, and you are a host, and what is your position again? News editor. Good. Then
no, by the GRA setup, there are certain services
I know
they can outsource.
Yes, but
if they realize that people were trying to play intelligence, not bringing the rightful invoices, they were undercutting, and that is why I said I asked, was SML all over the world? Were they having their offices established wherever goods were coming? So that if I submit, when you say you're doing external verification, how were they doing it? Were they not pulling it from ICOM data? Yeah. That's garbage in, garbage out. What the agents or free forwarders feed the system is why they go and pick it. Or they were having, and then I said, when you use inspection companies, BVAC and others, they are agencies all over the world.
So that and then maybe say it means that the GRA
please let me come in the room. I mean, really, Asaki gave us the hell, but let me go through the story. Partner Yonko. President John Dramani Mahama has directed the immediate termination of all contracts between the government of Ghana and Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited (SML), following the conclusion of an investigation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. That this directive was contained in a letter signed by the Secretary to the President, Dr. Callistus Mahama, and addressed to the Minister of Finance, Dr. Kasiel Ato-Forsen. The letter instructed the Finance Minister to take immediate steps to end all existing agreements involving SML.
And I told you that in that letter that GRA issued on the 14th of October, they went and stated that the SMS still have a legal contract with them. Yeah. And that it will end July 2026 or 2027. I was so shocked. I was so shocked.
One of the things OSP, Exxon was some abuse of power. Meaning, say, there are people at the finance ministry.
At the time.
At the time, man.
And even now.
NPP was so. As can say, the name again.
Samson Asake.
Samson.
I will go with it.
I can want to say, even now, there are people in there who are enriching themselves in an unjustifiable manner. Plundering the states.
Taking into consideration the loopholes in the system.
Exactly. Okay? Let me tell you something. Car price. I met a certain young boy. Now, or in the service, LGRA. And he said to me, he said, Papa, what grounds say what ye auditing? If someone is owing you about, let's say, 20,000, the GRA 20,000, they will bring you an invoice under, can say, below the 20,000. They will negotiate. Until negotiating, baby, I'll bet you, let's say, 10,000. You give me 7,000 as my share. Now, what did 10,000? No, they are called GRA. 7,000 no ababe nimpana okoye auditing no esika. Then 3,000 goes to who we shop owner no. Just say you have been given a 50% cut of that amount.
Manasseh said that Ghana have found more grounds to remove the Chief Justice, but not to cancel SMA. SMA has been cancelled. Manasseh, if you don't know, they've been cancelled.
So to me, it tells me that there are officers within the GRA. You have to go back and source them. So that kind of said nimpa back and which me I just 7,000 every in same and within a month. So a proper investigation must go into the GRA setup. If there are syndicates there, you fish them out because a minor bar, you say you have everything, but why should it be? And to say me, all that I can say is that OSP are in investigations or the other. Or say we investigations, he's done with the investigations, and so all I'm expecting is that the people involved, because yemra munsu kire say won't me what obi
second for that no so go so
me patch me about that's how the investigations has come to an end. He's already done with the investigations, and see then yemra munsu kire say won't me what obi say odifo until so ordinary akogina mra no e mra na ayede ebu abono answer. Now the president is saying that the SML contract should be cancelled.
It has been cancelled
with immediate
effect
for the
termination.
He has ordered. Now the fact that my order say does it come to effect?
Now once a president na Canada is supposed to be effected immediately.
No, once a waka tio kasa once a waka memo on mama enye pe.
Where president?
And aside that,
Kofi. Yes, he is a man like any of us. What's Meba? Me and Nipa, the same thing with the president. He's been vested with certain kinds of powers.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But the first say, Makas a memau. Ain't trust mamau. Samin mawa. I don't know when you know so. Until we want to hear or see from the finance
president
ministry,
has directed the immediate termination.
SML
the immediate termination of all contracts.
President, I can't. Yes, Yati. We want to see the implementation of.
No, it is that once he has issued this,
it has to. Fernando has no option to
so we want to see it happen.
So from now, from now,
because are you speaking for the finance minister?
No. Once government
is the government communicator.
once government has directed, if SML has an issue, I'm going to court. Because once constitutionally, GRA Juma and Muriama SML.
Was Nyame can say. I am not condoning OSP.
What I'm saying is that the president has directed.
What I'm saying is that
the minister has no choice than to implement.
We want to see the implementation with immediate effect.
It will be done. It will be done.
Yes. We want to hear.
It will be done.
Finance ministry.
Oh, he has to do.
I send a message.
Consider it done. Consider it done. Once he has said.
Oh, how?
How can
the president has directed that immediate it has to be implemented.
You know, Niamey can say, yes, the president has given us an order. We want to see the order that the president has given.
Consider it done. Consider it done.
Samson, are you?
Consider it done. If if he doesn't do it, he doesn't want his job. He will go.
No, consider it done. Once he has given that directive.
I think time now.
More money landing na yanko. Omo assurance say it will be done. My intino. My intino so need you.
President, Honorable Atuforsen. President our directive, we want to see it happen. Now, 2. Me Kenoforiata, and all those people that have been mentioned, and the other 4. I will quickly give myself out because it didn't say it. Was, but you know, be can work out. It didn't say any edimpa, right? Edimpa ye. Your boarding, you see your boarding shamra, near your boarding tumra, and yet a museo. The best thing for Ken to do is that calm yourself. Say you are being crown or sakura. Just present yourself. Say, OSP ne what can you know? In fact, me who say I said you are going on, you are moving on a tangent you are not supposed to go. Nti mi anka sa me dem why dey aba be gina mara no. Emra no me enye dey enka. When nyina to be dey to betwa say eba ne say ebo no say ampa he's abused his office as a finance minister at the time and now MPP aban wo aban mu a. Then and I'm running lady because on one account
that will be proven in court.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. And on one account, na my son come because it's been almost a year or so. OSP here then I can't answer me. And at the time, Monsusu and Ghana for air say former President Akufo-Addo empamu I can't say Keno Furatan. So tia mi fees and Nkabuano.
Channel some MPs.
Me kase ko otia nka eboa kakra in the sense that yamba bo din twa abo so embassy sabre
ade ye cartel.
All right. Mo my emfa course kakra answer ya wrap up and Friday yes and we yim nti yen ko no boko 0200854255 mempeki course kakra na yen
Enti enkomo no na yakọ akuti no what you say. Yes, enti that is it. MPP eka. These people, in fact, sometimes and you begin to ask yourself, dear Nkwana sebi omu edge, dear Nkwana sebi omu ehwe ewo Ghana, dear Nkwana ompese, you don't really understand them. Bakufo itimito fi 27. Na se wudi usika neto ekwa se nko obi enu ni asem. Wudi usika eneto ya enko obi enu ni asem. Whereby ya obekwa fa obefo oman ni sika, oman ni japade. Na odi aye wodi. No ho asem ena ye kan. Whereby ya obe yisu oman ni sika, obe yisu oman no photo. Taxpayers money. Ghana. Ye ma minimum moche kohwe sisi amenu kese ewiye ya sha ase eboyi. Kohwe dansuma market, kohwe aye aboso kan, kohwe agbublushi. Kohwe makola go Kumasi kohwe amuka ni say market Dubai kejetia. Go to Techiman, go to Kintampo, go to BA Bono. There are a lot of people ye ma menom and omu ebre omudio muja obitimi tina ewiem na sebi wenya what wenya drain of what blood na ne blood na awe enti say nipa we ye gine tax and upon nwere na wia every day day in day out say nipa we to tax na say the tax wantimi amfanya infasude bi say hospital affordable hospital access to healthcare wanya proper rules faso wanya proper school, in fact wanya proper economy antinamwa na say nipa yoko ya no buy no automatically no say be obuse be nyado you want this person to die na person say nipa no because adia ya ni say otu oman mu na uni proper health care otu oman mu na uni kwan papa faso otu oman mu sebi na uni school papa ko uni education bi bia ye basa. That is the most basic thing. I was say every citizen be on what is say US issue statement ediama Nigeria for Trump odiama Nigeria for Tinubu ni nkro for. A lot of innocent people, a lot of Christians are dying in Nigeria. So for that matter, they should be very careful. In fact, the next thing must be done. The proper thing must be done. Because Nigeria, a lot of things, yes, Ghana, but Nigeria security is very, 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 very poor. Nigeria security is very poor. Because you see, I don't understand Africans. But sika ewo oil mo petrol mo enyema mo ni na bisa ho so mo pen for the day. It's the same as Ghana. Akufo-Addo ni mate no Tinubu Akufo-Addo ni nipa no and among betting my son or Muslim. And sometimes I wonder why say people you are not satisfied with these people. They are ruling, I mean they are what they are governance, but you still go on to vote for them. Meaning say I am mu say I am radio, say I am yedin, say I am tonko for you, so much charming. I don't understand. I don't really understand. And it is very sad. Sanity. Let's now document too. Now was subscribe to the channel now I like it. Now for any biahe. Edi ameje so eye mega. Akopon enka obi bia. Unti uti patoni ne nkrofo. Na iti say omode omo ensem. Ewu hono no. Dan nti ewu. Ni tedi bi ebetna mai kasa. Oman ye obi enkasa. Uko US as adi ni o. We are bloggers so come see na odi aban atem na o criticize aban na o kasi US ni hono. Even when it is there, anyone will be said the Ghana, Africans, because your mind could it yankasa will be ye bonny. That is the fact. That is why always we are on what camera, we're in camera speaking for this country. Because of mining could ye NDC for in a job, my most you are John Hammer. Why not be so be more minus baby? But NPP for the store now, they are the back want this country down for, but Emfa and Tron Emfa. So I do comment section in Macau. Bye bye.